This is the Whole Care Network. Helping you tell your story one podcast at a time. Content presented in the following podcast is for information purposes only. Views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the host and guest and may not represent the views and opinions of the Whole Care Network. Always consult with your physician for any medical advice, and always consult with your attorney for any legal advice. And thank you for listening to the Whole Care Network.
Hello, my friend. This is a Time to Care the Caregivers podcast, and I'm Isabel Melgarejo, your host. I'm so happy to have you here. A couple of days we celebrated Valentine's Day. I'm recording this on January 28th, so we're still a couple of weeks from Valentine's Day. And today I will be talking about this holiday. Shocking, right? Hey, let's get started. For most of my life, I have been the biggest Valentine's Day Grinch that you can ever know. I have never celebrated this holiday. I find it overrated. But today, I want to give it a twist. This is why I think it is the most overrated holiday ever. And probably you don't agree with me, and probably you're the biggest fan of Valentine's Day, which is good. Like, everybody should be allowed to celebrate whatever people want to celebrate. The only thing that I want to share with you is, and why I think it is overrated, is because we're always giving love to everybody else, especially if you consider yourself a caregiver. And even if you consider you're not the best caregiver, I know you are the best caregiver ever, but even if you don't think so, you give so much and so selfless to everyone because it's not your loved one. You care for more than just one person. You provide care to so many people that's why I find this date overrated. Why would we have to create a holiday to tell our loved ones that we love them and buy them either chocolates or flowers? I believe the opportunity to give something of ourselves to our loved ones, that happens every day. And we give more than just a box of chocolates. We give our time, we give our knowledge, we give our resources in any way. And why aren't we celebrating Valentine's Day for us? Why, as caregivers, aren't we giving care to ourselves? We give care to everybody else. We give smiles to the people that surround us. We buy presents to everybody. We give our time selflessly. We do so much. And we don't give ourselves the love that we deserve. So I want to invite you it's not going to be Valentine's Day because that happened 2 days ago, and probably you did something for your loved one. You bought cake or chocolates, or you made appointments, and if it was maybe it was your spouse that you went for dinner or whatever it was. And however you celebrated. Today, February 16th, it is a great day to celebrate you. And guess what? Because it's Friday, Well, this will be aired on a Friday. I don't know when you will be listening to this, but whatever day it is, you have a full day or the full year ahead of you to celebrate you. So, what are some ways in which you can celebrate you? First of all, you can celebrate you by being kinder to yourself. I talked about this last week about how setting goals can be very overwhelming and how we are our worst enemies and how we are so tough with ourselves. And I might be recording a podcast about how to be gentler with oneself. That is one thing that you can give yourself. Today, I'm not going to beat myself up for waking up late or not doing the dishes or skipping laundry and just postponing it for another day. Whatever it is, give yourself some grace for the things that are not perfect in your life. You completely deserve some rest. I would also like you to consider giving yourself something. You can buy yourself a present. You can buy something. Yeah, you should be buying yourself something that nobody else has bought for you. Do it. Go shopping for yourself and buy something that you've been expecting someone to give you and that hasn't happened. Secondly, give yourself pleasure. And I'm not talking about sexual pleasure. I'm talking about pleasure, period. Eat the food that you love. That is pleasure. And take the time to savor it. Take the time to savor your drink. If it's a tea, a coffee, a glass of wine, sit down and enjoy that moment of drinking your favorite beverage, even if it's a glass of water. Put some lemon or lime in it and sip it and take 5 minutes of your time to drink it and savor every drop of it. That is pleasure. Go to a spa. And if you don't have the time or the money to go to a spa, then buy one face mask or a foot mask or whatever kind of mask at the store and pamper yourself. Give yourself 5 minutes to relax and pamper yourself. You can give yourself a foot massage or a hand massage with an ice cream. Take a long shower and use that candle that's been waiting for you several years. Turn that candle on and take that long shower you deserve with hot water. That is pleasure there. Give yourself lots of love. I recently started journaling. This was one of my objectives in December. I wanted to start journaling. And a funny thing, if you've been following the podcast, I went through my healing era this past year. In my last session with my therapist, she asked me to do some homework, and I gave myself 2 things as a homework. One was going to be journaling, and the other one was to start painting. Probably you don't know this about me, but I am terrible with handcrafts. Terrible. But I started painting and it's been very relaxing. It's not pretty, but it's very relaxing. And that's the point of it. Giving myself some time to relax. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'm doing it for me. I'm not going to hang it on my walls or anything. I just want something to relax and enjoy it. So that's what I've been doing. Relaxing, and that's pleasure. And also, I started journaling. And very surprisingly, every time that I journal, I am kind to myself. I tell me that I am proud of me, that I love me, that I am grateful for the things that I have done that had led me to be where I am today. This is what I have been doing to give myself love. I give myself love every morning when I journal and I tell myself that I love me, that I am proud of me, that I thank me for the things that I have done to whatever. Think about something that you can do for yourself that will give you love. And I have found lately that journaling has been the perfect thing to tell me that I love me. And if you have never done that before, today, a few days after Valentine's Day, I think you should do that. Write yourself a letter telling yourself how proud of you, how proud of everything you do, even if it is the tiniest of things. If today you woke up and brushed your teeth, be proud of that. If you did your bed, be proud for that. Do you know how many people are not even able to sleep on their beds because they are cluttered? Be proud. And if you're one of those people who are not sleeping on your bed because it is cluttered, then be proud of recognizing that. And if it's not even that, be proud for being who you are. Be proud for waking up and giving care to everybody. Because that requires so much effort every single day of your life that you should be proud of that. So tell yourself that. You deserve it. Maybe nobody else does. But you can tell yourself how proud of you are. Tell yourself how much you love you. Because let me tell you something, if you don't love you unconditionally, you have you always, consistently. You've always have you. So I am a huge believer that you should be telling yourself that you love you. And if you consider that you don't love yourself, then I would highly recommend to work with someone so you can love yourself, because people come and go throughout our lives, but we have us always. Let's love each other. So happy Valentine's and happy Love You Day. I don't know if that exists, but we're creating it here. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And hey, if you haven't reviewed this podcast, please do. Please help us reach other people like you who need this information in their lives. So take 1 minute of your time and review this. You are already giving so much care to everybody. Let's spread that care and enjoy telling yourself that you love you. I love you as well. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
This is the Whole Care Network. Helping you tell your story one podcast at a time.